Hey guys, it's your buddy Rome. Let's take a look at a really cool little device if you guys are planning a quinceanera party, any type of event, and especially if you're going to have one of those mirror balls. Now, this little device right here comes with a remote that allows you to turn it on and off and all that kind of cool jazz. You have a bunch of different features built in here for strobe, auto, breathing, sound, jump. You have your RGB controls here as well. You can also increase or decrease the speed of this device. Now, it comes with this little chain, and this is what you're going to attach to your mirror ball, okay? Now, on the back side of it, you guys can see we have the little hook right here. That's for hanging it down like so. You also have some physical buttons in the very front. You have your power button for turning this guy on. You have your USB-C for charging it. And you also have some mode buttons here that you can go through for different types of lighting effects, things like that. So it just really depends on what you would use a device like this for. Now, me personally, I don't have a mirrored ball, but I could see some practical applications for using something like this, you know, in my studio as a background light or an effect light or something like that. So I'll show you guys some of the different ways I would use something like this. Now, for me, I would probably turn this guy on. Now, this does come with a 6-foot cable, if I didn't mention that before. So you're going to have really good reach on this. So let's go ahead and just power this on. All right, so we got a little lighting effects going now. Now, what I would do in most cases, if I was setting up something like this, maybe for Halloween or an event, you know, of course, you got your little fog machine going, and you could just lay a little bit of fog out. Most of us are getting ready for those holidays, you know, that come later in the year. This could be a cool thing, you know, to have maybe on your patio or something like that. So we're just going to lay a little bit of fog down here just to kind of give it an effect. Let's go ahead and just drop a little fog around this guy, and we can see how those lights will really dance when you have just a little bit of atmosphere for the lights to penetrate. Now, of course, this would normally be hanging, you know, down like so. So this is kind of the effect that you would get onto the lighting. And of course, like I said, you have your remote controls. You can find the best lighting scene for your specific scenario. But this is kind of how I would use something like this, even if I wasn't using it with the crystal ball. But this is what it's designed for, is to be used with the crystal ball. So like I said, it has a ton of different modes that you can switch through just to get different type of effects. And you guys see how that's still interacting really well with the fog. Let's go to a different mode. That's kind of an RGB lighting diagram switching. So let's go to a different one. Now this is going to be more of a solid color, switching back and forth between those different colors. So yeah, overall, guys, you're going to have a lot of cool things you could do with one of these little lights. So if you're looking for something interesting for the holidays, to set up for Halloween, for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, things like that, you do have mounting points here on the top where you can permanently mount this to a ceiling if you wanted to, or some type of apparatus. It will take batteries. You just have to unscrew here to remove this panel if you want to put batteries inside of it. But one of the easiest ways to power it is going to be off of the plug that is provided for you. Just plug this into AC power and you're pretty much good to go. And hang your mirror ball or whatever it is, you know, your imagination can come up with, that you could hang off of this little chain that's going to reflect these lights. I think it's going to be a win. All right, guys, it's been your buddy Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.